Ever find yourself thinking back to, like, the best dining experience you've ever had?
Yeah.
I bet it wasn't just about, like, the food, right?
Right.
For me, it's the feeling of being totally taken care of, almost like a perfectly choreographed, dance of service.
Yeah.
That, my friend, is the magic of a head waiter or head waitress.
It is.
And today, we're diving deep into this career with some help from RoleCatcher, an awesome resource for anyone thinking about their next career move.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. Most people, they don't realize how much goes on like behind the scenes
Right.
to make a restaurant run smoothly. Imagine it like a symphony orchestra. You've got different sections, tempos, and a whole team working in sync.
Wow.
The head waiter or head waitress,
Yeah.
they're the conductor, making sure everything comes together like harmoniously.
I love that analogy. So we're not just talking about, like, taking orders, right? RoleCatcher describes this role as, like, managing the entire front of house. That's the area where guests are seated, served, and looked after. They're essentially setting the stage for a great customer experience.
Absolutely. And like a conductor needs to know each instrument, a head waiter or waitress needs a deep understanding of every role. Chefs, bartenders, servers, bussers, even the dishwashers play a part.
Right.
They're the ones making sure your steak is cooked right, your drink is balanced, and like any hiccups are handled smoothly. And that's no easy feat, especially during a busy dinner rush.
Speaking of pressure, RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from the realities of this fast-paced work environment. Long hours on your feet, dealing with demanding customers. It's not for the faint of heart.
It's true. This industry demands a lot, often with evening and weekend shifts. You're constantly moving, thinking on your feet, and staying cool under pressure. Imagine a packed Saturday night, orders coming in left and right, and then someone spills red wine all over a white linen tablecloth.
Oh, no.
It's about staying calm, thinking clearly, and finding solutions quickly.
Okay. That sounds intense.
Yeah.
But I guess that's where those top-notch customer service skills come in, right?
Exactly. RoleCatcher points out a specific strategy called the LATTE method that really resonated with me. It stands for listen, acknowledge, thank, take action, and explain.
Wow.
It's a framework for turning even the most challenging customer encounter into a positive one.
Wow, that's super practical. I'm taking notes. But with all these demands, what draws people to this career?
Well, RoleCatcher highlights that earning potential tips can be really good.
Yeah.
But it's more than that. This job is a pathway to leadership. As you master managing people, resources, and those ever-changing situations, you gain skills, like transferable to higher-level positions.
Right.
Some head waiters even go on to manage multiple restaurants or launch their own ventures.
So you're not just stuck in one place. That's interesting. But let's be real, there must be downsides too.
Oh, yeah.
RoleCatcher mentions irregular hours and the physically demanding nature of the work, which we touched on. What else?
Honestly, the biggest challenge can be managing a team.
Yeah.
It's a delicate dance of motivating people, providing constructive feedback, and sometimes dealing with those who aren't a good fit. You need a certain kind of personality, someone who can be firm but fair and always lead by example.
So self-awareness is key.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Technology is changing the game.
It is.
RoleCatcher talks about digital menus, online ordering systems, reservation platforms, even AI.
I've seen this firsthand. It's
Yeah.
not just about keeping up. It's about using tech to your advantage. For example, a modern POS system like Toast
Okay.
does so much more than just process payments. It manages inventory, tracks sales data, and even helps personalize the customer experience.
Wow.
Imagine a system that remembers a customer's favorite wine or flags any dietary restrictions.
That's next level. I'd be impressed if a head waiter knew how to leverage technology like that. So it sounds like this job requires a unique blend of traditional hospitality and a forward-thinking mindset.
Precisely. And that's what makes this career path so fascinating.
Now, RoleCatcher does a deep dive into career progression, starting with entry-level positions. They even offer insights on interview prep. But first, we need a quick break. When we come back, we'll walk through those career stages and explore how to nail that interview. All right, so we've explored the ins and outs of being a head waiter or head waitress, and it's clear this role is a dynamic blend of hospitality, leadership, and even tech savviness. But how do you actually land the job?
That's where the rubber meets the road, right? And thankfully, RoleCatcher provides some, incredibly useful guidance on prepping for your interview.
They really do. Their website has a whole section dedicated to interview questions. And they're not your typical generic questions either. They really dig into the specifics of what it takes to excel in this role.
I was impressed by how practical and insightful their questions were. For example, one of the first ones they highlight is, how did you first become interested in the hospitality industry? It seems simple,
Right.
but it's your chance to showcase your passion.
It's all about storytelling. Share an anecdote that reveals why you're drawn to this world. Maybe a childhood memory of helping in the kitchen, a transformative travel experience, or even just a genuine love for good food and good company. Let your personality shine through.
RoleCatcher emphasizes authenticity. Don't just give a canned response, be genuine, and your passion will be contagious. Now, another question that caught my eye was, how do you handle difficult customers or situations?
Oh, yeah.
This one's unavoidable in this line of work.
We touched on this earlier, but it's so crucial. Interviewers want to know you can stay cool under pressure.
Yeah.
Did RoleCatcher have any specific advice on handling those tricky situations?
They did. Remember that LATTE method we discussed earlier? Listen, acknowledge, thank, take action, and explain. It's not just about resolving the immediate issue. It's about turning a negative experience into a positive one.
It's about showing empathy and turning a frustrated customer into a loyal one.
Yeah.
Now, this next question from RoleCatcher really piqued my interest. How do you motivate and train your staff to provide excellent customer service? It speaks to the leadership aspect of the role, which we know is so important.
Absolutely. Interviewers want to see that you're not just a manager, but a leader who can inspire and empower their team. This is your opportunity to, share your leadership style. Are you a mentor, a coach, a cheerleader? How do you create a culture of excellence?
I imagine clear communication is a big part of that. RoleCatcher also asks about staying organized in a high-pressure environment, which seems particularly relevant given the fast-paced nature of the industry.
Right, and this is where you showcase your organizational prowess. Do you live by to-do lists, color-coded schedules, or maybe a specific method for managing reservations and table turnover? Don't be afraid to get specific and share what works for you.
I bet they got some great tips for that on their website. But let's face it, not every day is smooth sailing in the restaurant world.
Right.
So how do you handle those inevitable bumps in the road?
RoleCatcher throws a tough one at you with this next question. How do you handle a situation where a staff member is consistently underperforming? This is where your leadership skills are truly put to the test.
It's about finding that balance between being supportive and holding people accountable. I imagine clear and open communication is key here as well.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher suggests a coaching approach, where you identify the root cause of the underperformance and work with the individual to improve. It could be additional training, a shift in responsibilities, or even just a deeper understanding of their challenges.
It's about creating a culture of feedback and growth, not just pointing fingers. Now, we've only scratched the surface of RoleCatcher's extensive list of interview questions, but one thing's for sure, they're designed to help you put your best foot forward.
And that's what's so valuable about their approach. It's not just about giving you the questions, it's about helping you craft compelling answers that showcase your skills and experience.
Speaking of putting your best foot forward, RoleCatcher doesn't just stop at interview questions. They've also got some incredible tools to help you prepare for your job search.
Their AI-powered platform is amazing. You can upload your resume and cover letter,
Really?
and it provides personalized feedback and suggestions for improvement.
Wait, really? That's incredible. I wish I had that when I was starting out. Tell me more.
Imagine this. You've spent hours perfecting your resume, but you're not sure if it's really showcasing your accomplishments in the best light. You upload it to RoleCatcher's platform, and within minutes, you receive detailed feedback. It might highlight areas where your wording could be stronger, suggest relevant keywords to include, or even recommend formatting changes to make it more visually appealing.
That's like having a personal career coach at your fingertips. It sounds like RoleCatcher has thought of everything to help job seekers put their best foot forward. But before we get too caught up in resumes and interview prep, let's not forget the bigger picture here, the future of the hospitality industry itself.
That's a great point. As technology continues to evolve, the role of the head waiter or head waitress will undoubtedly continue to transform as well.
We've already seen how digital menus, online ordering, and reservation systems are changing the game. What other trends do you see on the horizon?
One area where I see huge potential is in data analytics.
Okay.
Imagine a world where restaurants can track customer preferences, anticipate needs, and personalize the dining experience at an even deeper level. That's where the head waiter or head waitress, armed with data-driven insights, can truly shine.
It's like taking that conductor analogy to a whole new level. They're not just leading the orchestra, they're composing a symphony of personalized experiences tailored to each individual guest. That's incredible.
And that's what makes this career path so exciting. It's constantly evolving, challenging the status quo, and embracing innovation.
Now, we've talked a lot about the challenges and rewards of this career path, but I'm curious from your perspective, what are some of the most essential qualities that make a truly exceptional head waiter or head waitress?
That's a great question. Beyond the obvious skills like organization, communication, and customer service, I'd say that genuine passion for hospitality is paramount. You have to truly enjoy interacting with people, creating memorable experiences, and exceeding expectations. It's that passion that will sustain you through the long hours, the challenging customers, and the ever-changing demands of the industry.
It's that spark, that genuine desire to make people feel welcome and cared for that truly elevates the dining experience. It can't be taught. It has to come from within.
Exactly. And when you combine that passion with a strong work ethic, a commitment to continuous learning, and a willingness to embrace new challenges, that's when you have the recipe for success in this, incredibly rewarding field.
Those are some powerful insights.
Yeah.
It sounds like becoming a head waiter or head waitress is about so much more than just learning a set of skills. It's about cultivating a mindset of excellence, adaptability, and genuine hospitality.
Absolutely. It's a career path that demands a lot, but it also offers incredible rewards for those who are up for the challenge.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the day-to-day realities of the job to the future of the industry. But before we wrap things up, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier, teamwork. It's such a crucial element of success in any restaurant environment.
It really is the backbone of a well-run operation. A head waiter or head waitress might be the conductor, but they can't create a symphony without a talented and dedicated orchestra behind them.
I love that analogy. So as we delve deeper into the world of teamwork and its impact on the success of a restaurant, I'm curious, what are some of the key ingredients that make for a truly cohesive and high-performing team? We'll uncover that and more when the deep dive returns. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring the world of head waiters and head waitresses, a career that's both demanding and rewarding, in equal measure. And as we were just discussing, teamwork is absolutely essential for success in this role.
Couldn't agree more. It's like a perfectly executed dance routine. Everyone has their part to play, and when it all comes together, it's like pure magic.
Right.
But what makes a restaurant team truly click?
That's what I'm dying to know. I imagine clear communication is at the top of the list.
Yeah.
After all, you got orders flying back and forth, special requests, timing is everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot to keep track of.
Communication is key, absolutely. And it's not just verbal, RoleCatcher highlights the importance of nonverbal cues in a busy restaurant. A good head waiter or waitress can read the room, you know what I mean? They notice when a server's in the weeds, when a guest needs something but hasn't flagged anyone down yet. It's about anticipating needs and being, proactive.
It's almost like having a sixth sense.
Yeah.
But how do you build that kind of awareness and teamwork within your staff? It can't all be intuition, can it?
You're right. It takes more than just hoping for the best. RoleCatcher stresses the importance of ongoing training and team-building exercises.
Right.
It's not enough to just tell someone how to do the job. They need to understand the why behind it,
So instead of just saying, clear this table quickly, you're explaining, we need to turn over this table to make sure all our guests have a chance to enjoy their evening.
Exactly. When everyone understands the bigger picture, how their individual role contributes to the overall success of the restaurant, it fosters a sense of shared purpose.
And that's where strong leadership comes in, right? A head waiter or head waitress needs to set the tone, create a positive and supportive environment.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher emphasizes the importance of leading by example. Are you calm under pressure? Do you treat everyone with respect? From the dishwashers to the executive chef, do you take the time to train and mentor your staff effectively? These actions speak louder than any pep talk.
It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk. Now, we've talked about the importance of passion and a strong work ethic, but what about those who are just starting out? What advice would you give to someone who's considering a career as a head waiter or head waitress?
I'd say, first and foremost, get ready to work hard. This isn't a glamorous job. There will be long hours, demanding customers, and times when you feel completely in over your head. But it's also incredibly rewarding to be a part of creating memorable experiences for people.
It's about finding joy in the chaos, right? Those moments when everything clicks, the team is in sync, the guests are happy, that's what makes it all worthwhile.
Precisely, and never underestimate the power of observation. Pay attention to the details, learn from experienced colleagues, and don't be afraid to ask questions. The best head waiters and waitresses are constantly learning and evolving.
So to wrap things up for our listener who's ready to take the plunge, what's the, one piece of advice you'd leave them with?
Embrace the journey. This is a career filled with challenges and triumphs, but it's never boring. Be a sponge, soak up knowledge, build relationships, and never lose sight of the human connection at the heart of hospitality.
What a fantastic note to end on. And remember, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro, resources like RoleCatcher can provide invaluable guidance and support along the way. So go out there, chase your dreams, and remember the world of hospitality awaits. This has been The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us.